Welcome back to Dr. Carmenatty's channel. You crave direct, actionable intelligence. You demand the strategies that cut through the noise and deliver results. Today, we confront the most insidious threat shaping our digital landscape: malware that learns. This video isn't just a technical deep dive. This is your blueprint for survival in an era where the enemy adapts faster than ever before. Let us unlock the future of defense. Ladies and gentlemen, open your minds right now. For years, we relied on a simple truth. If we knew what malware looked like, we could stop it. We built colossal databases of signatures, digital fingerprints of every known virus. We told ourselves, know the enemy, defeat the enemy. Well, that truth just became a dangerous lie. The game has fundamentally changed. Today, we face an adversary that looks like nothing. Modern malware is a ghost, a chameleon, a silent predator that leverages advanced heuristic evasion techniques. It cloaks itself in dynamic code obfuscation. It lives off the land, mimicking legitimate tools already on your system. It executes purely in memory, leaving no trace on your disk. And now, terrifyingly, it uses artificial intelligence to generate its own polymorphs, ensuring it never looks the same twice. This is not the malware of yesterday. These are the next-gen heuristic evading threats, and they are bypassing your traditional signature-based detection with alarming ease. They are smarter. They are faster. They are designed to exploit the very assumptions your security systems are built upon. But here's the power. Recognizing this shift is the first step to conquering it. We are not defenseless. Today, I'm giving you a clear, structured, and actionable plan, from immediate tactical strikes to long-term strategic overhauls, to identify, contain, and ultimately defeat this evolving enemy. This situation is not about fear. This is about empowerment through informed action. The immediate battle: short to medium term mitigations, detection and containment. When you face an enemy that changes its disguise at will, you cannot rely on recognizing its face. You must realize its behavior. That is our first line of defense. 1. Advanced Behavioral and Heuristic Detection. The next-gen watchdogs. Forget the antivirus software your grandpa used. We are in a new era. Your primary weapon must be next-generation EDR, XDR platforms, endpoint detection and response, and extended detection and response. These platforms don't just scan for signatures, they watch, they analyze, they learn. How do they do this? They deploy powerful behavioral analytics. They integrate sophisticated machine learning models specifically trained on adversarial and evasive behaviors. They look for the subtle anomalies, the digital tremors that indicate a threat, even if it has no known signature. They scrutinize API call sequences. They detect suspicious memory injection patterns. They expose process hollowing, where legitimate processes are hijacked. They uncover uncommon parent-child process relationships, like Microsoft Word suddenly spawning a PowerShell script to access network shares. These are the telltale signs of a heuristic evading attacker. Crucially, these models are not static. You must regularly retrain them using real attack data. The MITRE attack framework has been invaluable for understanding attacker tactics and techniques. But now, with AI-augmented threats, you must also adopt MITRE Atlas, Adversarial Threat Landscape for AI Systems. Atlas is not just about attacks on systems. It's about attacks on AI-based defenses themselves. It's how you prepare for the enemy trying to blind your smart security. 2. Enhanced monitoring and threat hunting, becoming the predator. Detection is good, but proactive threat hunting is paramount. You cannot wait for an alert. You must actively seek out the subtle signs of compromise. Enable deep telemetry. What does this mean? It means going beyond basic logs. Deploy tools like Sysmon with aggressive configurations to capture granular system activity. Utilize event tracing for Windows, ETW, and kernel-level monitoring to see every action, every process, every loaded module. This comprehensive data enables you to hunt for indicators of heuristic evasion proactively. Look for unusual PowerShell or CMD patterns, scripts running that shouldn't be, or commands executed in odd sequences. Investigate WMI, Windows Management Instrumentation. Abuse, a favorite for living off the land attackers. Search for reflective DLL loading, where malicious code is loaded directly into memory without touching the disk. Scrutinize any AMSI, anti-malware scan interface. Bypass attempts, a common tactic used to evade endpoint protection. Your security team must become digital detectives, leveraging this rich telemetry to uncover the hidden adversaries. 3. Principle of least privilege, POLP. Still the #1 control amidst all this advanced tech, we return to a timeless truth. The principle of least privilege remains your single most powerful control. If a sophisticated, heuristic-evading malware instance somehow manages to execute, POLP severely limits its impact. You must aggressively enforce it. This means that standard users have no local administrator rights. Full stop. It means restricting service accounts to only the specific resources and actions they absolutely need. And it means implementing application control. Think App Locker or Windows Defender Application Control, WDAC, to whitelist approved applications. If it's not explicitly allowed to run, it simply does not run. This stops polymorphic malware in its tracks, no matter how clever its obfuscation. POLP is not just a best practice, it is your ultimate line of defense against the unknown. The strategic victory, long-term strategic mitigations. The immediate battle is about containment. The long-term war is about transforming your entire security posture to be inherently resilient against the next generation of evolving threats. This requires fundamental shifts in architecture and philosophy. 1. Zero trust architecture. Assume breach, verify continuously. This is not a trend. It is the inevitable evolution of security. The DoD and leading enterprises are already adopting Zero Trust Architecture, GA. Its core tenet is simple. Assume breach and verify continuously. Every user, every device, every application, nothing is trusted by default, regardless of its location relative to your network perimeter. ZTA combines identity-centric controls that ensure strong authentication for every access attempt with robust micro-segmentation that isolates resources into tiny, defensible zones. It requires continuous validation of user identity, device posture, and access privileges throughout every interaction. This makes lateral movement exponentially harder for any malware that manages to get in, heuristic or not. 2. Modern privilege management. Beyond static roles, static role-based access control, RBAC, where users have fixed permissions is no longer sufficient. You must evolve to modern privilege management. Move beyond always-on, static roles to just-in-time, JIT, access, and just-enough administration, JEA. This means users are granted elevated privileges only when they need them, for a specific task and for a limited time. These privileges are then automatically revoked. Implement a robust Privileged Access Management (PAM) solution. PAM vaults all your privileged credentials and broker access, provides session recording for audit trails, and performs behavioral baselining on privileged users to detect anomalies. This ensures that even if an attacker compromises a high-privilege account, their window of opportunity is minuscule and their actions are recorded. 3. Application and execution control, closing the back doors. This goes hand in hand with POLP, but deserves its own emphasis as a strategic pillar. The old software restriction policies are dead. You must adopt Windows Defender Application Control, WDAC, or a rigorously implemented third-party application whitelisting solution. This is not about blocking bad apps. It's about only allowing good apps. By default, everything else is blocked. This fundamentally breaks the attack chain for heuristic malware, which often relies on executing new, unknown binaries. As part of this, you must block interpreters such as WSCrypt, CSCrypt, and PowerShell XE by default for standard users, allowing them only when absolutely required. These interpreters are prime targets for living-off-the-land attacks. 4. Network micro-segmentation, containing the blast. Think of your network not as one big house, but as a series of sealed rooms. Network micro-segmentation allows you to ring-fence your critical assets. Even if a heuristic malware instance executes on a single host or segment of your network, it cannot easily spread. It limits lateral movement by enforcing strict communication policies between different applications, workloads, and user groups. This is a critical architectural defense that minimizes the blast radius of any successful intrusion. Special note: defending the defenders. AI security. Here's the new frontier, and it's critical. Many of our powerful new defenses rely on AI and machine learning for detection, anomaly scoring, and automated response. Attackers know this. They are now actively targeting the AI systems themselves. This includes data poisoning, feeding malicious data to corrupt the model evasion, crafting attacks that look benign to the AI, and even prompt injection in security orchestration, automation, and response, and SOAR playbooks. This means you must adopt MITRE Atlas alongside MITRE ATT&CK. Atlas provides a framework for understanding adversarial threats against AI systems. Who needs to be in the loop for MITRE Atlas beyond your traditional ATT&CK users? Red team's penetration testers with AI expertise. They must test the resilience of your AI defenses. Machine learning engineers and data scientists, they now have a shared responsibility in security. They are on the front lines of protecting the AI models. Security architects building AI-driven defenses. They must design these systems with adversarial resilience in mind. Threat hunting and detection engineering teams using ML-based tools. They need to understand how attackers will try to trick their own detection systems. The enemy is adapting, but so can we. This is not about building an impenetrable fortress. It's about creating an unbreakable mindset and a continuously evolving defense. Closing. Call to action. If this deep dive into next-gen malware and its advanced mitigations has opened your eyes, if it's given you the tools better to protect your organization or even your personal digital life, then you have a clear call to action. Hit the like button on this video right now. Share this critical intelligence with your colleagues, your IT teams, and your leadership. This is not information to hoard. It's knowledge that needs to spread. And for more cutting-edge strategies, more direct solutions, and the wisdom to stay ahead in this dynamic cyber war, subscribe to Dr. Carmenatty's channel and enable notifications. Drop a comment below. Which of these short-term or long-term mitigations will you prioritize implementing first? What is your biggest challenge in defending against heuristic evading malware? Stay vigilant. Stay proactive. I will see you in the next video.